Oh my god, it feels literally so good to be able to sit down and film a video instead of, I love being on vacation and everything, but literally I was taking a bit of a break from YouTube in a way. Like, I was filming and stuff, but it was all towards like one big video. I'm not like filming little things because I finished 2 books over the break and I'm like, I want to film a book talk, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have enough memory, and when I was gone, I was not able to watch my shows like I wanted to. Like, I couldn't watch them because the rooms didn't have cable and I didn't get Wi-Fi, so I couldn't watch them on my trusty iPad. I was watching my TV shows like I do, and I started thinking about when they started to where they are now. And I was thinking, because most of the bulk of television that I watch during like this time is ABC Family TV shows, because Glee and The Vampire Diaries are over. I'm gonna make just a video about Glee and what happened with Corey and everything, because I found out when I was driving back and I was sobbing. I was so sad. I wanted to like make a video about where I thought the shows were like that came on this year for ABC Family, because I realized like the bulk of my shows that I watch are in ABC Family. Like, I watch other shows, but not like most of them are ABC Family, because that's sort of when I started getting more into like teen shows, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it was before I started watching Vampire Diaries and everything. Pretty Little Liars was literally the show that I first started watching when I came out of my like Nickelodeon type stuff phase, which was so weird because I was watching Nickelodeon in 6th grade. I think it's proper if I talk about Pretty Little Liars first. Now, I'm only going to talk about the shows that were on this year, so the 2012 to 2013 season, and some of these shows just started over the summer. And I'm not talking about Secret Life because I actually didn't really watch that much. I mean, I did occasionally. First off, we're starting with Pretty Little Liars. Now, I'm talking about the season that we're on right now, which is like season 3 or 4. I cannot remember. I think it's 3. And we're in the second part for this now. And I feel as if it has just gone downhill. I'm so sorry to all the people who are loving it right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a really great show, and I would tell anyone who wants to watch it to watch it, but if you compare it to the very first season, it's just not the same. I mean, the mid-season premiere was almost just like the first episode where they were at that and everything, and I enjoyed that, but it's just like, come up with new things, new plots. And part of the thing is that I'm not liking them is because I'm getting fed up with the book series, and I guess that's sort of coming out onto the show also, but I just think it's not as good, and the plot was boring this season. I mean, it's still going right now, but it's just not following the books. It never really followed it, but it always had that thin line of where certain things that happened in the books happened in the show that needed to happen. But this whole thing with the A-Team is not in the books and all that stuff, and it's just annoying the crap out of me. Then the next show I want to talk about is Switched at Birth, which I have literally followed since the very first episode. Never stopped watching this show. Like with Pretty Little Liars, I actually stopped watching it for a little while because I don't even remember. It was like mid-season 2. It wasn't because of the show, it's because something happened. Switched at Birth is one of those shows where when you start watching it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is such a good show. I like the plot line, this and that. But the thing is, when you get into like season 2, I'm pretty sure we're on season 3 right now. Either that or season 2, mid-season 2. So I'm gonna say season 1 right now. Like the first half of it, it's sort of just about how they're developing as characters. I mean, throughout the whole show they develop. It slows down a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm like so sunburned right under here and it hurts so bad. But it's bothering me. It's not like I put my makeup on like that. I think Switched at Birth is one of those shows where you have to give it like a season and a half. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but once you start watching it, you're going to get really into, like, the storyline and everything, and you want to know more. But the thing is, it's not going to be one of those shows where, like, Pretty Little Liars in the beginning where it's like, oh, I need to see the next episode. It's just like, oh, this was good. I want to know what happens, but I can wait still. But now, how they had this whole, like, season, the season that we're on now is literally the best since it started. It's so good, the plot's good, the character development is phenomenal, and the episodes leave you with such a cliffhanger at times. Like not the episode where it was like a flashback episode, but the episode before that, oh my god, the ending. I was in tears. I was a mess, and I couldn't watch the episodes. I had to wait 2 weeks to watch the next one, and it was driving me insane. Overall, Switched at Birth is for sure one of my favorite ABC Family TV shows. Pretty Little Liars used to be my absolute favorite ABC Family. Not anymore. We have The Lion Game, which it's not on right now. It's on its hiatus. I'm actually not sure if it's coming back for another season. It hasn't been renewed yet, or I haven't been told what's going on with it. But the thing is with The Lion Game, it's made by Sarah Shepard, who is the author of Pretty Little Liars. She wrote both series. And they took the show in a different road, if you know what I mean, than the books. And I'm very thankful they did, because the two book series are very alike. And it would be sort of annoying to watch one show right after the other and be like, oh, that's the same thing happening. But I think that The Lion Game is much better than Pretty Little Liars, plot-wise, because I read The Lion Game before I read Pretty Little Liars. But the show is better, I think. I think the actors in it make the show, because otherwise the writing of it isn't the best, but it's still got that thing where you want to know what happens next. Next one is Bunheads, and I love Bunheads. I've been there from the beginning. It's hilarious. You have to give it 4 episodes. 4 episodes before it gets really to the funny point, because in the beginning it's just sort of telling you what's going on and stuff. But after those 4 episodes, it's amazing. The next one reminds me of Secret Life in a way, if you know what I mean if you watch it. But it's The Fosters, and that show, I know it has a lot of controversy over it, but I enjoy it so much. I'm gonna put this over here. But it just came on this season. It's so good. Once you watch the first episode, you are so hooked to it, you cannot stop, which drives me insane, because I just want to be able to be like, I want to be able to read instead of rewatching it, because the Booktubeathon's going on right now, and I'm making a video about TV shows, but I don't think I'm going to read that much for Booktubeathon, honestly. No, when the week continues and progresses, I'm going to read more. Is my favorite ABC Family show of all so far, and it is twisted. So good. Like, I'm serious, it's so good. It has this thing where it's so mysterious and it leaves you hanging, and every episode ends in a cliffhanger, and you're just like, I need to know what happens and everything. It reminds me of Pretty Little Liars in the beginning, so hopefully it doesn't turn into a Pretty Little Liars. I think because the reason I'm making this video is because I heard that 2 of these shows is probably going to get cut, so 2 can come back. And honestly, I think what ABC Family should do, because they do this so often and it drives me insane, is where they'll have, they won't put anything on in the fall. Then they'll have like the winter season that goes into spring, and then they stop. Or they never have any shows on during the fall, which drives me insane, because you know what, they could keep all these shows if they just put one that just does in the fall. They could keep all of these and be making even more money. Like, why don't they do that? It drives me insane when they don't. Your thoughts and your favorite ABC Family TV shows. I know I didn't cover some of them. Like, I'm not covering the comedies. I don't really watch those. Like, I watched Melissa and Joey in the beginning, but I just sort of stopped because I didn't keep up with it. Then Baby Daddy I find a little stupid, but it's still pretty funny. I just wanted to make this video for you guys, and hopefully I have a book talk up soon. My camera's dying, so I have to charge this. Then I'm going to make a book talk. But yeah, Bye guys. Have a great day. Bye.